What's up, guys? April had to run to the store and give me a few minutes to record this video. I've been thinking about doing this for a while now. I just want to take a minute to talk about drug-tested powerlifting events and basically why I think that they're bad for the sport. So if you have any interest in drug-tested powerlifting meets, this might be some information that's helpful to you, or you might disagree. If you do disagree, feel free to comment if you can. Only followers I follow can comment, but just shoot me a message if you got a good debatable answer or a reason for why you feel the way you do. I'll keep it as quick as I can, but it's really simple. Drug-tested powerlifting meets do not equal drug-free powerlifting events. Those are two completely different things. Meaning, just because you register and compete in a drug-tested event does not mean that you are competing against drug-free powerlifters. In fact, you're not. Chances are really good you're competing against cheaters. And when it becomes cheating is when you put drug testing in the event. At a raw, regular powerlifting meet, it's already on the table. It's obvious that some people are going to be on stuff and some people aren't. I've been on TRT off and on for the last 6 years. I'm currently not on TRT because my hematocrit's too high. So the VA won't fill my prescription. So technically I could do a drug-tested powerlifting event in like USPA, but I'm not because I just don't really feel like it's fair. I don't think that it's right. That doesn't necessarily mean that I would win either, but I know for a fact the meet that I would want to do, I passed on it last year because it was drug-tested, and the guy who won the best overall male definitely takes steroids. So how do you cheat? I hate to give the actual formula or the basic recipe for how to cheat for a drug-tested event, but in powerlifting, it's really simple. First of all, they're only drug testing a small percentage of the lifters. That's the first thing. Second thing is, yes, they are typically testing the guys that are likely going to be the ones that were taking something, but it's a urine test. And most steroids, well, all steroids, are in the body for a different amount of time. So, for example, if you are taking testosterone only, just testosterone, there are different esters of testosterone, and like anybody that knows anything at all about these drugs knows this. Your test cypionate, which is what I'm prescribed from the VA when I'm on TRT, it's in my body for about 2 weeks. And it's got a 7-day half-life. So, realistically, 2 weeks after a shot, when my natural hormone levels start to kick in, I'm going to pass a urine test 9 times out of 10. If I really want to play it safe, I would cut my test cypionate out a month in advance. It doesn't matter how long I've been taking it or how much of it I've been blasting or how frequently. It's going to be out of my system in 2 weeks, 3 weeks tops. So if I stop taking test cyp, say a month out, and I switch to test prop, now I'm taking a short ester testosterone. It's 100 milligrams per cc, so I could be blasting 300 milligrams of test every other day and stop taking that a week before the meet, say on my deload week, which if you're cutting weight typically means you're drinking tons of water too, and I would definitely pass a drug test. I'm going to pass that every time. So now blood work, not so much, but we're talking about urine test. I actually brought this up in a USPA group this week. I'm like, look, drug tested, or the rules in bodybuilding are very clear. 7 years, depending on what federation, or never. You could, they polygraph. With powerlifting, that's not the case. Normally it's, here's a banned substance list, don't fail the test. Be aware of what you're putting in your body. Yeah, be aware of what you're putting in your body and make sure it's out of your system before you get drug tested. I say all of that to say this. The reason drug-tested powerlifting events exist is because there's some whiny babies out there that are like, I want a level playing field, and I hate it if it hurts your feelings. It's the truth. The reality is you are creating a greater swing of the pendulum and a bigger gap between yourself and the cheaters when you pick a drug-tested meet. What it does is it provides a tool, a marketing tool for the people that are scared, and it creates an opportunity for the people that know how to cheat to do so and beat people that don't know what they're doing. So if you're a beginner and you're picking a powerlifting meet, you could pick a drug tested event. Just know that that doesn't mean you're picking a drug free event. It's just not. So you're better off just picking an event close to where you want to be, with some great hosts, and just go out there and lift, train your ass off, and do your best. That's my 2 cents, man. Video's longer than I wanted it to be, but these are facts. You guys, give me your opinion if you want. I'd love to hear some feedback.